call company here?
It's best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's a scroll of every man's name, which thought fit in all of Athens to play our interlude for the Duke and Duchess wedding day at night.
Ooh. Okay, first, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, and then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play's the most lamentable comedy in cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a Mary. Now, call forth your actors by the scroll.
Enter as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Tell me what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick, are set down to play Pyramus.
Ooh, what is a Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
Ooh, thou will ask for some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole, in some measure, to the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Ericles rarely. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break all locks of prison gates, the foolish fates. Woo!
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, fate, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
It is all one. And you shall play to the mass, and speak as little as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Oh, Disney, Disney, oh, Pyramus lover dear, thy lady dear, oh, Disney, Disney.
No. You're Pyramus. Flute your Thisbe. Well, proceed. Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Thisbe's mother. Okay. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, the lion. And I hope here's a play well written.
Have you the lion's part written yet? Pray you, if it be, give it, for I am slow of study.
It is all extempore, for it is nothing but roaring. Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you shall do it too terribly, that you will frighten the Duchess and her ladies, that they will shriek, and that is enough to hang us off, okay?
I grant you, friends, if you should frighten the ladies out of their wits, but I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar, and to her any sucking dove, I will roar, and to her any nightingale.
And you shall play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man one shall see in a summer's day, the most gentle, loving, manly-like man. Therefore, you shall only play Pyramus.
Well, I undertake it. What beard best I play for the play?
Why what you will?
Be perfect. Adieu.
Boy.
Yes, senor?
In my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the orchard.
But I am here already, senor.
I know that, but I would have thee hence and here again. I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others become the argument of his own scorn by folly and love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music in him but the drum and the fife, as now he had rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known him walk 10 miles of foot for a good armor, and now he will lie awake 10 nights in bed, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honorable man and a soldier. Now, turn to orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. I mean, may I be so converted and see with such eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but my love may transform me to an oyster, but I swear it. Until he hath made an oyster of me, he shall not make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yes, I am well. And another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman. One woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's for certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, I'll never cheapen her. Fair, I'll never look on her. Mild, come not near me. Noble, not vie for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of a color, please God. The prince, and one is your love. I will hide me in the harbor.
Come! Shall we hear the music?
Yes, my good lord. How still the night is, as hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See you. Poor Benedict Catherine himself. Very well, my lord. The music ended will fit the kid box anywhere. Come, Balthazar. We will hear that song again.
Oh, my good lord. Text not so bad a voice to sing the music any more than once.
It is the witness still of his own excellency to put a strange face on his own perfection. I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Because you talk of wooing, I will sing. Since many a wooer doth commence his suit against her, to her he thinks not worthy. Yet he woos, yet will he swear he loves.
Nay, pray thee, come, and if thou wilt hold longer argument, do it in notes.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine that's worth the noting.
Oh, I think so very crochets that he speaks. Note notes, forsooth, and nothing.
Now divine air, my soul is ravished. But isn't it strange that sheep scotch inhale souls out of men's bodies? Horn for my money, also.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever. 1 foot in sea and 1 on shore. To one thing constant never. And sigh not so, but let them go and be you blight them bonny. Converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nanny, nanny. Sing no more, did he sing no more? Of dump soul, dull and heavy. The fraud of men was ever so since summer was first leaving. Then sigh not so, but let them go and be you blight them bonny. Converting all your sounds of woe.
Bye, my troll! That's all!
And an ill singer, my lord.
No! No, Faith! Thou singst well enough.
Had he been a dog that should have howled, thus they would have hanged him. Pray his bad voice bode no mischief. Let us leave here the night raven. Come, what plague could have come after it?
I pray thee, Mary, dost thou hear, Balthazar? Bring us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we would have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Farewell. Come hither, Leonata. What was it you told me of today that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I either, but so wonderful that she should so dote on Signor
She will sit with you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How, I pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
I should think this a dull, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks, and neighbor cannot sure hide itself in such
Affection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
Nay, and swears she never will. That is her torment. And this says she when she is beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there will she sit in her smock till she has writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
Now that you talk of a sheet of paper, I remember a petty jest your daughter told.
Oh, when she had written and was reading it and found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheet. That. Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to one whom she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for if he writ to me, I should flout him. Yea, though I love him, I should.
That is true, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, who have so often countered him with scorn, now write to him that I love him?
She doth indeed, and the ecstasy has so much overborne her that she is sometime afeard she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good that she knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He will make but a sport of it and torture the poor lady worse.
And he should, if it were not to hang him. She is an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
My lord, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body, we have 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victory. I feel sorry for her myself, having just cause, being her uncle and her guardian.
Why wouldn't she have bestowed this dotage on me? I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I feel bad for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She will wear her heart out first.
Well, I feel bad. Please.
My lord! Will you walk? I believe the dinner is ready.
You know, he is a man of very Christian-like fear.
If he is of Christian-like fear, he ought to keep the peace. And if he break the peace, he ought to enter into quarrel with fear and trembling. For he is valiant.
And so will he do for the man doth fear God, howsoever it seems not in him by some large jest that he will make. Well,
You do not dote on her upon this? I would never trust that expectation.
let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman. The sport will be when they hold one in opinion of another's dotage and no such matter. That would be the scene that I would see. Well, be merely a dumb show. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the news of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent to love me. Why, it must be requited. I hear how I am censored. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive love come from her. They They say, too, that she will sooner die than show some sign of affection. Oh, I did never think to marry. That must not seem proud. Happy are those that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis truth. I can bear them witness. They say, too, that she is virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. My troth is no great addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. Then I may have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken against me, because I've railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? The man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these odd quips and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No. The world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I didn't think I'd live till I were married.
Here comes Beatrice.
By my day, she's a fair lady. Induced by some marks of love on her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
It took no more pains for those things than it takes pains for you to thank me. If it had not been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yeah, just as much as you take upon a knife's point to choke a doll withal. You have no stomach. Farewell.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. It took no more pains than those pains you took. Thanks. That's as much to say that any pains I take for you are as easy as saying thanks. If I do not love her, I'm a villain. If I do not pity her, I'm a shrew. I will get her picture.
Margaret, run me into the parlor. There thou shalt find my cousin Beatrice proposing with Prince Claudio. Whisper her ear and tell her that I and Ursula walk in the orchard, that our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower where honeysuckles ripened by the sun forbid the sun enter, like favorites made proud by princes that advance their pride against the power that bred it. There will she hide to listen our conference. This is thy office. Fare thee well in it, and leave us alone. I will make her come, I warrant you, presently. Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be of how Signor Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. There will she go like a lapwing run close by the ground to listen our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden oars and silver string and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So we angle for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the wood by coverture. But fear not my part of the dialogue.
There she stands, close by the ground to listen. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know that her spirits are as coy and wild as the haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my newly betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict so entirely, to let him wrestle with his affections and never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did so? Doth not deserve as full as fortune as a bed, so even Beatrice can couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature's never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eye, misprizing what they look on in her wit. Her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. For she cannot love, nor take no shape, nor project of affection, for she is too self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore, it were not good. She knew his love, lest make sport of it.
You do speak truths, for I have never met a man so wise, so noble, young, so rarely featured as Senor Benedict. But who would dare tell her of it? If she should speak, why, she should call him her sister. If fair-faced, she should call him her sister. If black, why, nature, while drawing an antic, let the very foul blot. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If short, an agate very vilely cut. If tall, or if speaking, a vein blown with all winds. If silent, a block blown by none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is commendable.
No, not to be so odd and from old-fashioned as Beatrice. It should not be so commendable. But who would dare tell her of it? If I should speak, she would mock me out of myself. She would laugh me into air. She would press me to death with wit. So let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away with sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than to die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet, tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Senor Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passions. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One does not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not dear cousin such wrong. She is only without true judgment, having such swift and excellent wit, as she is prized to, as to refuse, as rare a gentleman as Senor Benedict.
He is the only man in Italy. Always accepted, my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Senor Benedict for shape, for bearing, arguments and valor, goes foremost throughout reports in Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, or he had it. When were you married, madam?
Why, every day. Tomorrow, come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsel me as to what is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's lying. I warned you. We've caught her, madam.
If it goes so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid killed with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn as such. Contempt, farewell, and maidenhood adieu. No glory lives on behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on, as I will requite thee, taming my wild heart with thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness will incite thee to bind our love up into a holy band. And thou dost say you deserve, but I believe it better than reportingly.
Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art more fair than she. Her bestial livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off.
Me.
Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that which she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. Two of the fairer stars in heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those very stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eye in heaven would through the airy stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove on that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So, Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection for which he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thyself, take all that is me.
I take thee at thy word. Call me beloved, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be Romeo.
What man art thou thus bescreened, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. For my name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, for it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place be death. Considering who thou art, if my kinsmen find thee here.
By love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot keep love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their envy.
I would not the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. For my life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheeks for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but a farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjury, they say, Jove laughs. O Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I shall frown and be perverse and say thy nay, so thou wilt too. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware, my true lover's passion. Help me not to impugn this yielding to light love which the dark night hath discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I bow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon with monthly changes in her circle orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Oh, swear not at all. Or, if thou must swear, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I shall believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Oh, swear not at all. Although I joy in thee, I take no joy in this union tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lighting which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. May this bud of love by summer's ripening breath prove a beauteous flower next we meet. Oh, good night, sweet good night. Sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave it thee before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and to give it to thee again. And yet I wish for what I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Sweet love, adieu. Anon, nurse! Sweet Romeo, stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night! I am afeard, being this night that
All of this is but a dream. Too flattering, sweet to be substantial.
3 words, sweet Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, and thy purpose marriage, send word tomorrow by 1, and I'll procure to meet thee. Where and when wilt thou perform the rite? And at thy feet I'll lay all my fortunes, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madame.
Anon, good nurse. But if thy purpose not honorable, I do beseech thee.
Madame.
By and by I come. I'll send word tomorrow.
If my heart's dear love,
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. For love goes to love as schoolboys from their books, and love from love to school with heavy looks.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, fatal bellman, which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their posses that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Suzanne! What ho?
Alack! I'm afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confound us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready. He could not have missed them. Had it not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl screaming and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now?
As I descended?
I.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Vane.
This is a sorry sight.
Foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder to all the house, as they stood and woke each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are 2 lodged together.
There's one cried, God bless us, and amen, the other as they had seen me with these hangman hands. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath. Balm of hurt minds. Great nature's second course. Chief nurture in life's feast.
What do you mean?
And still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamour hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do invent your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm purpose, give me these daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures, and it's his eye of childhood that fears the painted devil. If you do bleed, I'll gild the faces with awe, for it must seem their guilt.
Hence is that knocking. How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are these? Fuck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's oceans wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this need. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown. Lest occasion call us to show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Oh, wait, Duncan, with thy knocking, I would not good.
That thou hast wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Capella for taking bribes of the Sardians wherein my letters, praying on his side because I knew them. Slide it off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you this, Cassius. You yourself are much condemned to having an itching palm, to sell and mart your offices for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm? You know you're Brutus that speaks this, or by gods, this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide its head.
Chastisement?
Remember March? The Ides of March, remember? Did great Julius not bleed for justice's sake? What villain touched his body that did stab and not for justice? What? Shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world before, supporting robbers? Shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash that may be grasped with us? I had rather be a dog and bathe the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait not me. I'll not endure it. You wrong yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier, older than you in practice, abler than yourself to make such conditions.
Go to, Cassius, you are not.
I am!
I say you are not.
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health. Tempt me no further.
Hear me. Before I shall speak, must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frightened when a madman stares?
Urge me no more. I may forget myself. Have mind upon your health. Tempt me no further. Oh, ye gods! Must I endure all this?
All this? I, Lord, fret to your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are and make your bondmen tremble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you will digest the venom of your own spleen, though it do split you. From this day on, I'll use you for my mirth. Yeah, for my laughter, when you are waspish.
Did it come to this?
You say you are the better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
You did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Peace, peace, you durst not to have tempted him.
What, I durst not tempt him?
No,
I durst not?
for your life you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats, for I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass me by as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by improper means. By heaven, I had rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants any of their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay for my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? when Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such classical counters from his friends, be ready, all you gods, with all your thunderbolts, to dash him to pieces.
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my message back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine worse than they are.
I do not, until you practice them on me.
You do not love me.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such
A
faults.
flatterer's would not, though they appear as huge as high Olympus.
Oh, come. Antony and young Octavius, come, revenge yourself alone on Cassius. For Cassius is aweary of the world, braved by his brother, hated by the one he loved, all his faults. Learned, checked in a notebook, cons to rope to cast into my teeth. Oh, I could weep my spirit from my eyes. Here, my dagger, and here my naked breast within a heart dearer than blood of mine. If thou beest a Roman that says I denied thee gold, strike, as thou didst at Caesar, for I know that when thou loved Caesar worse, thou loved him better than thou ever loved Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will. It will have scope. Do what you must. Dishonor shall be humor. Oh, Cassius, you are yoked with a land that carries anger as the flint bears fire. Who, much enforce it, shows a hasty spark, and straight to cold again.
Cassius lived to be the mirth and laughter to his Brutus when anger and grief ill-tempered vexeth him.
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you swear so much? Give me your hand.
My heart too.
Brutus,
What's the matter?
you love enough to bear with me when that rash humor that my mother gave me makes me forgetful.
Yes, Cassius. And from henceforth, when you are over honest with your Brutus, you'll leave your mother chides and leave you so.
Alright, we're gonna take a 10-minute intermission.
Let me be better acquainted with thee. They say you are but a common fellow. I am so. I do love it better than laughing. Those in extremity of either are abominable fellows and betray themselves to every modern censure worse than drunk are. Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing. Why then? 'Tis good to be opposed. I have neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musicians, which is fantastical, nor the courtiers, which is proud, or the soldiers, which is ambitious, or the lawyers, which is politic, nor the ladies, which is nice, nor the lovers, which is all of these. But it is a melancholy of mine own, sampled from many simples, extracted from many objects, and the sundry contemplation of my travels in which wraps me in the most humorous sadness. A traveler? By my faith, you have great reason to be sad. I fear you have sold your own lands to see other men's. Then to have seen much and to have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands. Yes, I have gained my experience. And your experience makes you sad. I had rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad. Nay then.
Good day and happiness, Colonel Rosalind.
And you talk in blank verse.
Farewell, miserable traveler. Look, you list and wear strange suits, disable all the benefits of your own country, be out of love with your nativity, and almost chide God for making you that countenance you are, or I will scarce think you have swim in a gondola. Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You a lover, and you served me such another trick. Never come in my sight more.
Fair Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love. He that will divide a minute into 1,000 parts and break but the 1,000th part of a minute in the affairs of love. Well, it may be said of him that Cupid hath clapped him over the shoulder, but I'll warrant him a heart hold.
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay, and you be so tardy?
never come no more in my sight. I had as lief be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Aye, of a snail. For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. A better jointure, I think, than you make a woman. Besides, he brings his destiny with him.
What's that?
Why, horns. But such as you are fain to be beholden to your wives for, but he comes armed in his fortune and prevents the slander of his wife.
Virtue is no hornmaker, and my Rosalind is virtuous.
And I am your Rosalind.
It pleases him to call you so, but he hath a Rosalind of a better leer than you.
Come, woo me. Woo me! For now, I am in a holiday humor and like enough to consent. What would you say to me now, and I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss you before I spoke.
Nay, you were better speak first. And when you were grappled for lacking of matter, then you might take occasion to kiss. Very good orators, when they are out, they will spit. And for lovers lacking, God, enormous matter, the cleanliest shift is to kiss.
How if the kiss be denied?
Then she puts you to entreaty, and there begins new matter.
Who could be out being before his
Beloved mistress.
Marry, that should you, if I were your mistress, or I should think my honesty ranker than my wit.
What, of my suit?
Not out of your apparel, and yet out of your suit. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say that you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, in her person, I say, I will not have you.
Then in mine own person, I die.
No! Faith, die by attorney. The poor world is almost 6,000 years old, and in all this time there was not any man died in his own person, but illicit a love cause. Troilus had his brains dashed out by a Grecian club, yet he did what he could to die before, and he is one of the patterns of love. Leander, he would have lived many a fair year, though Hero had turned none, if it had not been for a hot midsummer night. For good youth, he went but forth to wash him in the Hellespont, and being taken with the cramp was drowned. The foolish chroniclers of that age found it was Hero Cestals, but these are all lies. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind in this mind, friend.
I protest her frown might kill me.
By this hand, it will not kill a fly. But come, now it will be a Rosalind and more coming on this position. Ask me what you will, I will grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faith will I, Fridays, Saturdays, and all.
Wilt thou have me?
I am 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
Why then can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you shall be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand, Orlando.
Pray thee marry us.
I cannot say the words.
You must speak in. Will you, Orlando?
Go to. Will you, Orlando, have to wife this Rosalind?
I will.
I, but when?
Why, now, as fast as she can marry us.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I might ask you for your permission for it. But I do take thee, Orlando, for my husband. There's a girl goes before the priest, and certainly a woman's thought runs before her actions.
So do all thoughts. They are winged.
Now tell me, how long will you have her after you have done her?
Forever and a day.
Say a day without the ever. No, Orlando. Men are April when they wed, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives. I will be more jealous of thee than a barbershop pigeon on your head, more clamorous than a parrot against rain, more newfangled than an ape, more giddy in my desires than a monkey. I will weep at nothing like Diana in the fountain, and I will do that when you are disposed to be married. I will be laughing like a hyena, and that when thou art inclined to sleep.
But will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do.
Oh, but she is wise.
Or else she could not have the wit to do this. The wiser, the waywarder. Make the door open upon a woman's wit, and then while out at the casement. Shut that until out at the keyhole. Stop that until fly out with the smoke at the chimney.
A man who had a wife with such wit, he might say, wit whither wilt.
Nay, you might keep the check for it, till you met your wife's wit going to your neighbor's bed.
And what wit could wit have to excuse that?
Mary to say she came to seek you there, you take her without her tongue. Oh, that woman that cannot make her fault her husband's occasion. Let her never nurse her child herself, for she will greet it like a fool.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I will be with thee again.
Go your ways, go your ways. I knew what you approved. My friends told me as much, and I thought no less. That flattering tongue of yours won you. 'Tis but one cast away, and so come death. 2 o'clock is your hour.
Aye, Sir Rosalind.
By my troth and a good earnest, and so God mend me, if you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, and the most hollow lover, and the most unworthy of her you call Rosalind, that may be chosen out of the gross standards of unfaithful. So beware my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou were indeed my Rosalind. And so,
Adieu. Well, time is the old justice that examines all such offenders. Let time try. Adieu.
You have simply misused our sex in your love print. We must have your doublet and hose clucked over your head to show the world what the bird hath done to her own nest.
Oh, cut. That thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love, but it cannot be sounded. My affection have an unknown bottom like the Bay of Portugal.
Or rather bottomless, that as soon as affection pours in, it runs out.
No, that same wicked bastard of Venus, that was begot of thought, conceived of spleen, and born of madness. That blind, rascally boy that abuses everyone's eyes because his own are out. Let him be judged how deep I am in love. I'll tell thee, Eliana, I cannot be out of sight of Orlando. I'll find a shadow and sigh till he comes.
And I'll sleep.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him that his pranks have been too broad to bear, and that your grace had screened and stood between me and him. I will silence
Mother!
Pray you be round with him.
A word.
Mother!
Fear me not. Draw. I'm coming.
Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Helen, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgotten me?
No, by Heru, not so. You are queen, your husband's brother's wife, and when it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, do not let those few seconds speak.
Come, sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help!
What ho? Help!
How now, a rat? The first ducking, dead.
What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Rash and bloody deed this is.
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, lady, was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell! I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thy finest to be too busy is some danger. Leave, wringing of your hands. Peace, sit you down, and let me wring your heart, for so I shall if it be made of penetrable stuff. If David Customs is not brasted so that his proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose, the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there. Makes marriage vows as false as Dicer's oaths. With such a deed as from the body of contraction that plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face doth glow o'er the solidity compound mass, where tristful visage as against the doom is thought sick at the act.
I mean, what act? That roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look here, upon this picture, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on his brow? A combination and a form indeed, where every god is seemed to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband. Like a mildewed air blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you, on this fair mountain, leave and feed to have bed on this moor? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age, the heyday and the blood is tame. It is humble and waits upon judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? Since, sure you have. Else you could not have motion, but sure that sense apoplexy, for madness would not err, nor since the ecstasy was ne'er so fraud, but reserved some quantity of choice to serve in such a difference. What devil was it that thus hath caused you at hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all, but a sickly part of one true sense could not so know. Oh shame, where is thy blush? Rebellious hell, proclaim no shame when a compulsive ardor gives a charge. False itself as actively doth burn, and reason panders will.
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more! Thou turns my eyes into my soul, and I see such black and grain spots as though not leave their tint.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over a nasty side. A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the type of your precedent lord, a cutpurse for the empire and rule that from the shelf the precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches. Save me. Overrun me with your ways, you have no guards. What words your gracious figure?
Do not forget, he's mad.
Do you not come to your tardy son to chide that lapse in time and passion? Let's go by the important acting of your dread command, don't say.
Do not forget, his visitation is but to whet thy blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, stand between her and her fighting soul. Of conceit in the strongest body's weakest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How's it with you, lady?
Alas, how's with you? That you too bend your eye on vacancy, and with thy incorporeal air do hold discourse. Forth at your eyes, your spirits proudly peep, and like the sleeping soldiers in the alarm, your bedded hair, like life and excrement, starts up and stands on end. O gentle sun, upon the heat and flame of thy distemper, sprinkle cool patience, whereon you look.
On him. On him! Why look you how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined. Preaching to the stones would make them capable. Do not look upon me. Don't bless with this piteous action you convert my stern effects. What I will have to do to one true color tears, perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this to?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all. Yet all that is I see.
Nothing. Here.
No, nothing but ourselves.
I look you there. As it steals away. My father in his habit as he lived. Look even now. As he goes out the.
This, the very coinage of your brain, this bodiless creation ecstasy, is very cunning
Ecstasy. My pulse, as yours, doth temporally keep time and makes us healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Bring me to the test, and I, the madam, will reword which madness would convul from. Mother, for love and grace, may not the flattering unction to your soul that not your trust is, but my madness speaks. Repent yourself to heaven. Avoid what is past and avoid what is to come, and do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranker. And forgive me, this is my virtue, for in the fatness of these pursy times, virtue selfless, pardon bay, yeah, curb and woo would leave to doom for good.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart its way.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it and live the pure with the other half. Good night. But go not to my uncle's bed. Assume it a virtue if you have it not. That monster custom, who all sins doth eat of habits, devil is angel, yet in this, the use of actions fair and good, can almost change the stamp of nature and either rein the devil in or throw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night. When you are desirous, be blessed. I'll bless and beg of you. For this same Lord, I do repent, but heaven hath pleased it so. To punish this with me and me with this. To be their scourge and minister, I will bestow and answer well the death I gave him. So again, good night. I mustn't be cruel, only to be kind. Thus, bad begins and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady.
What shall I do?
Not this, by no means that I bid you do. Let the bloated king tempt you and get into bed. Make you revel all this matter out, that I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know that who's but a queen, fair, sober, wise, would from a panic, a bat again, such dare concerning tide, who would do so? No, in despite of sense and secrecy, unpeg the basket from the house's top. Let the birds fly, like the famous ape to try conclusions, and the basket creep to break your own neck down.
Be thou assured that if words be made a breath and breath of life, I have no life left to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England. You know that.
Alack, I have forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed. My two schoolfellows, whom I trust as adder's fate, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me into knavery. Oh, 'tis most sweet when one line and two crash on the two. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighbor's room. Good night, mother. Indeed, this counselor, who is now most still, most silent, and most grave, who was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, to draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
How is it, General? Have you not hurt your head?
Dost thou mock me? I mock you not. By heaven, would you would bear your fortune like a man?
A horned man's a monster and a beast.
There's many a beast than in a populous city, and many a civil monster.
Did he confess it?
Good sir, be a man! Think every bearded fellow that's but yoked may draw with you? There's millions, now alive, that nightly lie in those improper beds, which they dare swear peculiar. Your case is better. Oh, 'tis the spite of hell, the fiend's arch mock, to live a wanton in his secure couch and to suppose her chaste. No, let me know. And knowing what I am, I know what she shall.
Thou art wise to certain.
Stand you a while apart. Confine yourself, but in a patient list. Whilst you are here, overwhelmed with your grief, passion most resulting in such a man. Cassio came hither. I shifted him away and laid good excuses upon your ecstasy. Bade him anon return and here speak with me the which he promised. Do but encave yourself and mark the fleers, the gibes, and noble scorns that dwell in every region of his face, for I will make him tell the tale anew. Where? How oft, how long ago, and when he hath and is again to cope your wife, I say but mark his gesture, marry, patience, or I shall say you are all in spleen and nothing of a man.
Dost thou hear, Iago? I will be found most cunning in my patience, but dost thou hear?
That's not amiss, but yet keep time in all. Will you withdraw? Now will I question Cassio of Bianca.
a huswife that by selling her desires buys herself bread and clothes. It is a creature that dotes on Cassio as his strumpet's plague, to beguile many and be beguiled by one. He, when he hears of her, cannot refrain from the excess of laughter. Here he comes. As he shall smile, whole fellow shall go mad, and as some bookish jealousy must construe poor Cassio's smiles, gestures, and light behaviors quite in the wrong. How do you now, Lieutenant?
The worst, sir, that you give me the addition whose want even kills me.
Ply Desdemona well and be sure on it. Now if the suits lay in Bianca's power, how quickly should he speak?
Alas, poor Caden.
Alas, already.
I never knew woman love man so.
Alas, poor Rogue. I think indeed she loves me.
Now he denies it faintly and laughs it out.
Do you hear, Cassio?
Now he importunes him to tell it over. Go to, well said, well said.
She gives it out that you shall marry her. Do you intend it?
Do you triumph, Roman? Do you triumph?
I marry her? What? A customer? Pretty. Bear some charity to my wit. Do not think it's so unwholesome.
So they laughed at.
Why, the cry goes that you shall marry her!
Prithee, say true.
Oh, I am very villain else.
Have you scored me?
This is the monkey's own giving out. She is persuaded I will marry her out of her own love and flattery, not out of my promise.
You cannot go back to me now. He begins the story.
She was here even now. She haunts me in every place. I was the other day talking on the sea bank with certain Venetians, and thither comes the bauble, and by this hand she falls me thus about my neck.
And go hear Cassio, as it were, his gestures important.
So hangs and lolls and weeps upon me, so shakes and pulls me.
He tells how she plucked him into my chamber? Oh, I see that nose of hers, but that's that dog. I should throw it to.
Well, I must leave her company.
Before me, look, where she comes.
Ugh, 'tis such another fit shoe. Marry a perfume hunt? What do you mean by this haunting of me?
Let the double and his damn haunt you. What did you mean by the same handkerchief that you gave me even now? Was I fine fool to take it? I must take out the work. A likely piece of work that you shall find it in your chamber and not know who left it there. This is some makes his token. And I must take out the work? There, give it to your hobby horse. Wheresoever you had it, I shall take your work out on it. By heaven, that should be my handkerchief.
How now, sweet Bianca? How now?
If you'll come to supper tonight, you may. But if you'll not, come next when you're prepared for it.
After her! After her!
I must. She'll rail in the streets else.
Will you sup there?
Yes, I intend so.
Well, I may chance to see you, for I had a very faint sleep with you.
Prithee, come, will you?
Go to, say no more.
How shall I murder him, Iago?
Did you perceive how he laughed at his wife?
Oh, Iago.
Did you see the handkerchief?
Was that mine?
Yours by his hand. Did you see how he prizes the foolish woman, your wife? She gave it to him, and he hath given it to his whore.
I should have 9 years of killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet.
Nay, you must forget that.
I let her rot and perish and be damned, for she shall not live. When my heart is turned to stone, I strike it and it hurts my hand. Oh, the world hath not a sweeter creature. She might lie by an emperor's side and command him task.
Nay, that's not your way.
Take her! I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an admirable musician. Oh, she'll sing the savageness out of a bear. So high and plenteous wit and invention.
Oh, she's the worse for all this.
1,000 times. Then so gentle a condition.
Aye, too gentle.
Nay, that's certain. But it's the pity of it, Iago. Oh, Iago, it's the pity of it, Iago.
If you are so fond over iniquity, give her patent to offend. For if it touch you not, it comes near nobody.
I will chop her into messes. Cuckold me?
That's foul!
With mine?
That's fouler!
Give me some poison, Iago.
body and beauty unprovide my mind again. This night, Iago. Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed. Even the bed she hath contaminated. Good. The justice of it pleases very good. As for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight. Good. You've seen nothing then?
Nor ever heard, nor ever did suspect.
Yes, you have seen Cassio and she together.
But then I saw no harm, and then I heard each syllable that breath made up between them.
Did they never whisper?
Never, my lord.
Nor did they send you out of the way?
Never.
To fetch her fan, her gloves, her mask, nor nothing?
Never, my lord.
That's strange.
I durst, my lord, to wager she is honest, lay down my soul at stake. If you think other, remove your thought. It doth abuse your bosom. If any wretch have put this in your head, let heaven requite it with the serpent's curse. For if she be not honest, chaste, and true, there's no man happy. The purest of their wives is foul as slander.
Bid her come hither. Go. She says enough. Yet she's a simple body who cannot say as much. This is a subtle word, closet, lock and key of villainous secrets. Yeah, she'll kneel and pray. I've seen her do it.
My lord, what is your will?
Hey, come hither.
What is your pleasure?
Let me see your eyes. Look at my face.
What horrible fancy's this?
Some of your function, mistress? Leave procreants alone and shut the door. Call for cry him if anybody come. Your mystery, nay dispatch.
Upon my knee, what doth your speech import? I understand a fury in your words, but not the words.
Why? What art thou?
Your wife, my lord. Your true and loyal wife.
Come, swear it. Damn thyself. Lest being like one of heaven, the devil himself should fear to seize thee. Therefore be double damned. Swear thou art honest.
Heaven doth truly know it.
Heaven doth truly know thou art false as hell.
To whom? My lord, with whom? How am I false?
Desdemona, away.
Alas, the heavy day. Why do you weep? Am I the motive of these tears, my lord? If happily you, my father, do suspect an instrument of this your calling back, lay not your blame on me. If you have lost him, why, I have lost him too.
Had it pleased heaven to try me with affliction, had they rained all kinds of swords and shames on my bare head, steam me to poverty to the very lips, give it to the captivity of me and my utmost hopes, I should have found some place in my soul a drop of patience. But at last, to make me the fixed figure for the time of scorn, to point his slow-moving finger at. Yet, could I bear that too? Oh, very well. Patience, thou young and rose of chairman, are there low grimace hell.
I hope my noble lord esteems me honest.
Oh, aye. Summer flies are in shambles that quicken even with blowing. Oh, thou weed who art so lovely and smells so sweet that the sense aches at thee, but thou hast never been born.
Alas, what ignorant sin have I committed?
Was this pure paper, this most goodly book made to write horror upon? What committed? Committed? If you had struck by heaven, you do me wrong. Are you not a strumpet?
No, as I am a Christian. To preserve this vessel from my lord from any foul, unlawful touch, be not to be a strumpet, I am none.
Not a whore.
No, as I shall be saved.
Is it possible?
Heaven forgive us.
I cry you mercy then. I took you for that cunning whore that married with Othello. You, mistress, that have the office opposite to St. Peter and keep the gate of hell. You! We have done our course. There will be money for your pain. I pray you turn the key and keep our counsel.
Alas, what does this gentleman conceive? How do you, madam? How do you, my good lady?
Faith, half asleep.
What's the matter with my lord?
With who?
Why, with my lord, madam.
Who is thy lord?
He that is yours, sweet lady.
I have none. Do not speak to me, Amelia, for I cannot weep. And answers, I have none, but which should go by water. Prithee, tonight, lay on my bed my wedding sheets. Remember and call thy husband hither.
Here's a change indeed.
'Tis meet I should be used so, very meet. How have I been behaved that he might stick the smallest opinion on my least misuse?
What is your pleasure, madam?
How is it with me? I cannot tell. Those that do teach young babes do it with gentle means and easy task. He might have chid me so, for in good faith I am a child to child.
What is the matter, lady?
Alas, Iago, my lord hath so abhorred her, thrown such despite and heavy terms upon her that true hearts cannot bear it.
Am I that name, Iago?
What name, fair lady?
Such as she did say my lord did say I was?
He called her whore. A beggar in his drink could not have laid such terms upon his palate.
Why did he so?
I do not know. I know I am none such.
Do not weep, alas the day.
Hath she forsook so many noble matches, her father and her country and her friends, to be called whore? Would it not make one weep?
'Tis my wretched fortune.
Beshrew him for it. How comes this trick upon him?
Nay, heaven doth know.
I'll be hanged if some eternal villain, some busy and insinuating rogue, some cogging, cousining slave to get some office have not devised the slander. I'll be hanged else.
Fie, there is no such man. It is impossible.
If any there be such, heaven pardon him.
A halter pardon him, and hell not his bones. Why should he call her whore? Who keeps her company? What place, what time, what form, what likelihood? The Moors abused by some most villainous knave, some base notorious knave, some scurvy fellow. Oh heavens, that thou'dst unfold and put in every honest hand a whip to lash the rascals naked through the world, even from the east to the west.
Speak with endure.
Oh, fie upon them! Some such squire he was that made you to suspect me with the Moor.
You are a fool. Go to.
Alas, Iago, what shall I do to win my lord again? Good friend, go to him, for by this light of heaven I know not how I lost him. Here I kneel. If ever my will did trespass against his love, whether it be in discourse and thought or in actual deed, or that mine eyes, mine ears, or any other sense delighted them, or any other form, and though his unkindness may defeat my life, it may never taint my love. I cannot say whore. Does it bore me now? I speak the word.
I pray you, be content. 'Tis but his humor. The messengers of Venice stays in the mead.
If there were no other.
'Tis but so I warned. Hark, how these instruments summon to supper. Go in and weep not, all things shall be well.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
May I come, if I should lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death of melancholy.
Wouldst thou not like to see the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exalt, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not, it is the pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my Medal of India?
Get you all three into the box, please. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing his behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative comedian of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near. That, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows. What shall I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace.
Look how contemplation blows him. How he jets under his advanced plumes. Slay, I could so beat the world.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Pistol and pistol.
Peace, peace. There is example for it. The lady of distraction married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Finally, just oh, peace. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branch velvet gown, having come from a day bed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Peace. And then to have the humorous state, and after demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would, they should do theirs. To ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown a while and perchance wind up watch, or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Our silence, he drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smell with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, your fortunes have cast me on your niece. Give me this provocative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
I'm scared!
Patience! Or we break the seams of our heart.
Beside, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight. One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I from being
What employment have you here?
That was the woodcutter of the gin. Our peace in the spirit of humor's intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. Is a contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by your leave, wax, soft, and the impression her Lucrece, with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady, to whom should this be?
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows who I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know? What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio?
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life? Nay, but first let me see.
What is your poison as you dressed him?
And with what wing the Staniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end, what should that alphabetical position portend? If I can make that resemble something in me, softly, M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He is now the cold scent.
Sour will cry upon for all this, though if he rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say you would work it out? The cur is excellent at fox.
M. But then there's no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does?
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry. Oh.
And then I comes behind?
Aye, and if you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortune before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former. And yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my meaning. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, resolve. In my stars I'm above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy opens fates in their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to ensure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tame arguments of state.
put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises that thee, sighs of thee, remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see them cross-gartered. I say, remember, go to thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me be a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not thy worthy to touch the fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that will alter services with thee, the fortune unhappy. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings. She did praise my legs being cross-gartered, and in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drags me into these habits of her liking. I will wear cross-gartered. I will wear yellow stockings. I will be strange, stout. I will be all. I will be surely with servants. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, my dear. Still smile, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou will have me.
Unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but make him into a notable contempt. If you will see this, follow me to the gates of Tartar, thou most